Good afternoon and happy rainy Monday. Listen, I was sitting thinking about my uncle. I have an uncle who loves to shop at scratch and dent stores. He loves projects. If it's not at a scratch and dent store, he does not want it. He's not going to go into any furniture store that does not have scratch and dent. So, scratch and dent and antiques, that's his jam, right? And as I sat and thought about it, he likes to do projects. So if he's at a scratch and dent, that's a project. That's something that he can constantly work on and make it how he wants to because projects are important to him. He needs something to do. And I know this is like, why are you telling me this? Because I'm thinking about how sometimes we try to come in and have a relationship or develop a friendship with someone or walk alongside someone in life. And for whatever reason, it's not able to work. And what you're not realizing is it doesn't have anything to do with you in a lot of cases. Some people just need somebody they feel like they can work on. They need a bit of a fixer upper, right? They don't want anybody that's in a state of healing. They want somebody who is absolutely broken so that they can take the credit for fixing them, so that they can have a project to do. You are too healed for somebody who likes scratch and dent. And there are people that have been in scratch and dent relationships forever and ever, amen. And you see it and you're giving them advice, and they are even somebody that you wouldn't mind being with if they were single. But what you have to realize is they like that dysfunction because what looks like dysfunction to you is a project to them. They can get credit for fixing this broken person. There is something on the inside of them that needs people to be scratched and dented. And if you're not a scratched and dented person, there's nothing that they feel they can do for you because they have an issue with things that hold their own value. They have an issue with things that don't need to be built up. They have an issue with folk who need to be walked alongside and not carried or dragged along by the arm. They have an issue with people who can pay their own bills, who can buy their own meals, who can take their own trips, who can get their own fix of whatever it is that you like. If you like purses, you can get your own. If you like nails, you can get your own. For the guys, if you like trucks, you can get your own. If you like to hang out, buy bottles, do all of these things, you can get your own. But there are some, even when you don't do these things, they're connected with people who do. And that person doesn't even fit their personality, right? But what they see is something that's broken that they get the opportunity to fix. They get the opportunity to have it as a project. So in those instances, you've got to decide, are you going to act like a scratch and dent? Or will you get out of their way and let them deal with what they have going on? And I know that that's a lot, and that's a hard thing to sit with, right? Because it's hard to see somebody that you know deserves somebody good be with somebody or be in a situation where it's like I see this person messing up over and over. You see it, you even talk to me about it sometime. Or even if it's a single person, you see the value here. But when people are used to scratch and dent, they're not going to see the value in anything that's not broken. So are you going to break yourself to fit what they need? Or are you going to tell yourself, what I have, they're not ready for? Because if you're not careful, you will accidentally get broken. Get out of the way. And in the words of J. Cole, even if you believe they need saving, don't save them. They don't want to be saved. Have a good Monday. Bye.